Hello, second graders. Miss McCormick again. We're going to be working on your words for the story Firefighter. This list has suffix endings. Suffixes go to the end of the word. Prefix are at the beginning. Suffix is at the end. So we'll be using those this week. I wanted to remind you and the students and also the parents about my Edmodo page. Edmodo is a website for educators. It's a great way of organizing information and sharing information. So I have all of my videos organized there. Also, forms that I'm using and referencing can also be obtained on that website. When you get a free username and password, then on the left-hand side it will say join a group, and that's where you'll put in this code so that I can join you to the group and you'll have access to all of that information. Alright, so let's get started. The first word we're going to do is cheerful. Let's sound it out. Ch, I, R, F, O, L. The first sound is ch. What letter or letters represents the ch sound? It's the CH. The next sound is E. It's spelled with two E's. Put the long mark over the first one. It's not a good idea to remember the little saying, when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking, because that only really works less than 30% of the time. So just remember that when you see two E's together, it does say E. The next sound is R. It's the R. This is not an R-controlled vowel. The R can only control one vowel. It cannot control two. This is vowel team and then a consonant R. The next sound is F. Do the hook first and then down. Ul. Cheerful. Full is an adjective suffix meaning full of. The person was full of cheer. Cheerful. I'm going to put a dot where the syllable break is. Cheer, that's a vowel team syllable type, and full is a closed syllable. Closed is one vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel is short. The next word is graceful. Sound it out. G, R, A, S, F, L. The first sound is G. Make the bubble sit on the writing line and the hook goes in front. R, A, S. Now let me pull this card up. This is the soft C. When a C is followed by an E, I, or Y, the C will say the S sound. In the word grace, that's what happens. C followed by an E. Now that's a silent E, so it goes in the same box as the C, because the E does not make its own sound. When I have this rule right here, I like to circle it so that I remember that the C is saying the S sound because of this other letter. So let's circle that. Then this silent E is also working to make the A say its long sound. A, grace. So this silent E has got two jobs in this word. The next sound is F, Ul. Graceful. The next word is weekly. Weekly. I did my spelling test weekly. W-E-K-L-E. The first sound is W. E, spelled with two E's. It's a vowel team. K. Alright. Following a vowel team, K is spelled with a K. Not a CK and not a C. It's spelled with a K when it's following a vowel team. L and E. When, let's see, week and then Lee. This is a two-syllable word, E and E. In a two-syllable word, when the Y is following a consonant, it will say an E. In a multi-syllable word, when the Y is following a consonant, it will say E at the end of a word. Now, li is another one of those suffixes. This is an adverb suffix. It means like. Now, here's an easy way to find an adverb. If a word ends in ly, it's an adverb. That's just the easiest way to find an adverb, is look for a word that has a ly. It's always an adverb. The next word is hardly. Hardly. Let me move my paper up. Hardly. R-D-L-E. R is a A-R. That is a R-controlled vowel. D. My tongue is tapping on the top of my mouth like a drum. D. That reminds me the bubble goes first, up to the top, down and bump. Lee. L-E. Remember the Y at the end of a multi-syllable word? It says E. The next word is quickly. Quickly. K-W-I-K-L-E. Alright. Qu. That's the K and the W sound. Spell with a Q. Make the bubble sit on the writing line, and the hook goes to the back like a duck, and ducks say quack, right? So imagine that's the tail of a duck. So the Q-U together says qu. It goes in two separate boxes because it is representing two sounds, the k and the w sound. I is the short I. K. Now remember how I said the k following a vowel team will be spelled with a K? The k following a single short vowel will be spelled with a CK. It makes one sound, so it goes in one box. Let me say it again. The k following a single short vowel will be spelled with a CK. The next sound is L and E. The Y says E. Quickly. Two-syllable word. Y following a consonant. It will say E. The next word is slowly. Slowly. S-L-O-L-E. O, and this word is spelled with an O-W. It says O. L-E. Slowly. Remember, ly is the easy way to find an adverb. So that's an adverb suffix. The next word is yearly. E-R-L-E. Y is the Y. E is the E-A, says E. Let me show you this card. There are three sounds of the E-A vowel team. The easy way to remember the three different sounds is to remember the sentence, eat a great breakfast. E-A in eat says E, E-A in great says A, and E-A in breakfast says E. In our word yearly, it's saying the long E sound. So it's a good idea to mark it with the long mark over the E. If it were to have said A, you'd put the long mark over the A. If it said E, you would put the short mark over the E. That way when you're going through and you're remembering how to say it, then you have your little marks to remember it. All right, year, ear, e. Now, this R is following a vowel team. This is not R-controlled vowel. A is saying E, and R is saying the consonant R sound. Yearly. Now we're going to do a different suffix ending, and it's going to be the ER. The ER means the one who. And I'll explain how we're going to understand the ER ending when we get into our word. Let's do fighter. Fighter, like the firefighter. Fighter. I-t-er. The first sound is f. Do the hook and then the cross. I-G-H in the middle of a base word can be spelled with, can represent the long I sound. I-G-H in the middle of the base word. It says I. Is E-R. We're going to have E-R and O-R suffix endings. Both of them are noun suffixes, which means the one who. E-R, the one who fights, is a fighter. Do you see that? E-R, the one who fights, is a fighter. In the books that I looked up, I could not find out how to remember whether a word ends in ER or the OR, because they mean this ER and OR in these words mean the same thing. It's the noun suffix for the one who. So I guess you're just going to have to memorize which ones have ER and which ones have OR, because I could not find a fast rule that would help me with that. The next word we're going to do is helper. E-L-P-er. The first sound is E is the short E sound. E-L-P. The line goes under the writing line. The bubble sits on the writing line. Is the E-R. The noun suffix means the one who helps. The one who helps is a helper. The next word is teacher. I have the best teacher. T-E-ch-er. T. E in this word is a vowel team. E. E-A says the E. Ch. C-H in one box because it makes one sound. Is the E-R. The one who teaches is a teacher. Alright, the last two words are O-R. The O-R noun suffix for the one who. The first one's going to be sailor. S-A-L-R. The first sound is S. A is the A-I in the middle of the base word for this word. A-L-R is spelled with an O-R, but it sounds like the schwa R. Sailor. We say and then lur, but the syllable break is right here. We say T and then chur, but the syllable break is here. Teach-er. Let's see, let me go back up and do these. There we go. Alright. The last word, visitor. Visitor. V-I-Z-A-T-er. V. I. It's a short I sound. Z. You can say visitor, but most of the time we say visitor. It's a Z sound. but over 60% of the time, z is represented by an S. That's the syllable break. You can either say visitor or visitor. It is an I. It is an open syllable, which means that usually an open syllable, the vowel says its long sound, I, but the word is not visitor, it's visitor because of the schwa. The schwa is used to represent any vowel in an unaccented or unstressed syllable. That's why it's there. The next sound is T. Spelled as O-R. Vis-a-ter. This is a closed syllable. One vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel is short. This is the schwa because it's in an unaccented or unstressed vowel or syllable. And this is a R-controlled syllable type with the O-R. Alright, that is our list dealing with different suffixes. We had full, meaning full of. We had ly for adverb suffixes. We had er, noun suffix for the one who. And we had or, noun suffixes to represent the one who. So sailor is the one who sails. Visitor is the one who visits. I hope you have a great week, and I hope you enjoy your story, Firefighter. See you next week.